Hey guys, we have another comic haul. I don't know if you guys like these or not. I love them. Hey guys, Alice from ShangChi Collectibles here, and as you have just heard in that very short intro, we're checking out my latest comic book haul again today. Now, all of these pickups have come courtesy of a gentleman called Wayne. Now, that's not Wayne Deacon for those of you in the Funko Pop community. It is a different Wayne who runs a pretty damn good Facebook comic claims group. He buys mad tons of comics on a monthly basis and then offers them out essentially, obviously to make a little bit of a profit. But I have got some absolute crackers from this group over the past 6 months now, and what is quite nice is he stacks them up for you and then you get them at the end of the month. And this month's haul, it's not the biggest that I've had, but it has got some really nice books. We'll start things off with Marvelverse Shang-Chi. Some of you guys might be more familiar with Shang-Chi than I am. My real major introduction to him has been the recent MCU release, and I thought this was quite a nice way of being introduced to a character from a comic book sense in much greater, I suppose, detail. This collects Wolverine First Class issue 9 from 2008, Marvel Adventures Spider-Man from 2010 issue 2, the Free Comic Book Day Spider-Man from 2011, and Master of Kung Fu from 2017, which I think is issue 26. Doesn't actually say it on the back, it's got internally. Oh, I've also missed the other critical element, and that is the Legend of Shang-Chi from 2021, and that's issue 1. And I am really, if I'm honest, probably the most excited out of all the books that I've picked up for this. I think it's because Shang-Chi feels new to me, and I couldn't help but grab this. This was an absolute steal as well. I know it's not the most expensive of books, but I'm delighted with it. Next up, we have the newsstand release of issue 1 from Thor, God of Thunder. Who doesn't like Thor? Other than Party Thor from What If. That was painful, is probably the best way to put it. Issue 1 is the first appearance of Old King Thor, Thunder God's future elderly self. And I just thought this looked really interesting. Like the cover art as well. We don't really get to see Thor's billowing trademark golden locks, but it is still a tidy looking cover. Following on, we have Thanos Rising issue 1. I want to say this is a 5-part series that tells the story of Thanos' origin. The cover, again, I feel like a bit of a cover sucker, and I massively am, there's no denying that. The cover looks absolutely fantastic. Being a major Funko fanatic, as some of you guys will be able to see in the background, especially if you're new here, I've always had issues with Thanos in Funko format, predominantly because he always has on an incredibly silly toothy grin. However, I do like this one. It looks evil. I am digging it. We'll stick with Thanos because we do have another book, and this is Thanos Legacy issue 1 with a variant cover by Scan. I can never pronounce the surname. Sresuan? Help me out, guys. I can't do it. But it's an awesome cover. Again, sucked in by the cover, but also that this was Donny Cates' return to Thanos, which we all like Donny Cates, right? It was a big draw. Major Marvel vibes in this haul. I hadn't actually realised. I think I've got 2 books that aren't Marvel. Another issue 1, and it is Old Man Hawkeye. I have been quite outspoken about how essentially I dislike Hawkeye. The last time I moaned about Hawkeye, I think I also had a Hawkeye book that I'd picked up. Yeah, it was Hawkeye with the first appearance of Taskmaster, if I remember correctly. But we have Old Man Hawkeye. The cover just screamed Mad Max, and that was enough for me to want it. A big fan of Old Man Logan, so curious to see what this is all about. The next book that I've picked up has been, I suppose, is a speculation book as far as I'm concerned. It is something that I feel a bit dirty saying it, that I've bought potentially as an investment. Now that doesn't mean I've spent an awful lot of money on it. I very, very much did not, as in we're talking under the £10 mark. But this is Ironheart issue 9. Riri Williams goes to Wakanda. This issue is Riri Williams, or Ironheart's, first meeting with Shuri, and I've said it's a speculative book or a speculation book, and that's obviously to do with Riri Williams appearing in Wakanda Forever, which is coming soon. Do we think it'll be worth anything? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I do like the cover though. I do like Ironheart. We're going to drift off of Marvel and we're going to circle back at the end because I've got 2 other books before I do the final grouping. We're going to hop over to DW for a cheeky little Transformers Armada. That's easy for me to say, right? Transformers Armada issue 1. I grew up on Transformers, predominantly classic cartoon, and I'm doing my best not to go down the recent kind of figure haul, that there are some awesome looking ones out there. Instead, I live my Transformers, 1 through Funko Pops and 2 through the comics, and even the cover on this really appealed to me. I have noticed that there's a slight ding on the bottom, which is a wee bit of a shame because all in all the book itself looks in really nice condition. However, it is from 2002, so we can give it a little bit of slack, I'm sure. Now, it wouldn't be a comic haul without a DC book, right? We have issue 30, volume 6, issue 30 I should say, of Teen Titans, with a lovely variant cover. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is the Terminus Agenda epilogue, which is the first meeting of Lobo and Crush, I want to say. I stand to be corrected, but this is lovely. I do really appreciate that cover art. I think that is absolutely fantastic. Oh baby. Now, I did mention I was going back to Marvel. Now, the reason I'm going back to Marvel, I didn't lump them in together, is because I have 3 covers from Scotty Young. We don't even need to talk about what the books are. We will just look at these glorious covers. Ghost Rider 1. Fantastic. There's just something about these that I don't think I'm alone in saying are absolutely phenomenal. Again, unfortunately, a tiny little bit of corner dink, which you can see that, I don't know how well this will pick up on camera, on the red, you can see a tiny little bit of white, but we'll let that slide. We've got Iron Patriot, which again, I absolutely love. I just think these covers, they just make me smile, and realistically, that's what reading comics is all about for me, even if they're dark. And the last one. Oh, the last one. King in Black, issue 5. Oh, I just think it's absolutely phenomenal. Donnie, I thought you said long arms. Strong Ryan, I said strong arms. Oh, I just think it's great. Look at that smile on Null. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. My Scotty collection continues to grow, and I never set out to collect Scotties, and I don't think I've got that big a collection. I've probably got about 12. Yeah, I've got 12. That's the haul, guys. We had some, or we predominantly had some Marvel books. Any favourites out of this bunch? Thor, maybe? I think, if I'm honest, out of the stuff for me to read, it's going to be Old Man Hawkeye. I'm more than likely going to crack this one open tonight and give it a blast. As I already said when I pulled it earlier, mega Mad Max vibes, which is doing it for me. I'm also really looking forward to reading Shang-Chi. If you have read any of these, got any of them, let me know what you think. What do you reckon of the haul? Good, bad, indifferent? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys for another video real soon.